We said, and I remember it well because I just got back from a safari in Zambia and made a movie with Julia. The banana zone starts now. That was in August or September 2024. After that, the market went through the roof and we picked a variety of assets. It was 𝗙𝗏 that we picked because we knew they would do better, and they did a huge job. He gained 5 or 6 pounds during that time. Our next statement was, hey, global M2 is slowing. We're going to see a correction. This is known as the phase 1 correction of the banana zone. Guys, Bitcoin just hit yet another all-time high. Do you believe it? Bitcoin just went through the roof and hit a record high of $126,000. Now comes the crazy part. It took place just as the US government shut down. That's right, people. This really happened today. The main plot. So this is what's going on. Bitcoin really took off when it hit this new all-time high above $126,000. And it's all because the US government shut down on October 1st. It's crazy that buyers are running toward assets that they think are safe. We're going to talk about gold and cryptocurrencies. Take a moment to think about this. A lot of government workers have been let go, and we're not getting important economic data on time. Investors are leaving standard markets because of everything going on. Also, guess what? As the decentralized option that everyone has been talking about, Bitcoin looks pretty good right now. Plus, experts say we might see $150,000 by the end of the year. I am not joking. With all the doubt about the budget and the huge amounts of money coming in from institutions, things are getting very interesting. Why Bitcoin is important. That being said, let me talk about something that's been on my mind. I'm sure you guys have too. Right now, Bitcoin is the most important thing in this area. Anything that happens with Bitcoin affects everything else. To be honest, I don't think I need to persuade you of that. You already know. But here's the thing, and this is very important. We need to figure out what makes this space tick. Of course, XRP is very useful. Although XRP is an excellent utility-based project with real value, let's face facts. Right now, prices in this area aren't being driven by utility. Man, all of those utility projects would be worth a lot more than they are now if it were true. Truth be told, we're still tied to being the market leader. Bitcoin is king right now. It's the most important job. Everything moves when Bitcoin does. What does the future look like now? Will this last forever? Without a doubt not. And now for something important. One of the most important things we're keeping an eye on is alt season. Why? Because that's our sign for when altcoins will really take off. Let's keep a close eye on this, guys, how the market is acting now. Sure, Bitcoin hit that sweet spot earlier today, but it really peaked at around $126,200. Since then, there's been some sales. But to be honest, this is completely normal. You can see the trend if you look at the 7-day chart. There are big price jumps, then a short sell-off, and then we go up even more. From my point of view, we're still on track to reach $130,000. What should I watch? This is what Bitcoin is all about right now. Those lows must stay in place. There aren't many lows to be seen on the daily chart because, well, it's been mostly going up. That's going to change now. On the longer time frames, there will be a bigger pullback at some point, but for now, we're just riding this wave. But if you look closely at the 3-hour chart, there are some important numbers we need to keep an eye on. Let's look at that low from the 5th. This is my plan, and it's very easy. Just think about the layout. A lot more money will be made for Bitcoin if we can stay above $122,700. If we break below, though, we'll look at the next goals below. The next amount of money we have is $121,700. It will cost less than that, $119,900. This is the reason why organization is so important. I wrote about this on X as well. When something is going up, you can tell by looking at the bullish shape. Also, Bitcoin has been in a hugely bullish pattern since the end of September. People, the trend is on your side. This trend doesn't look like it will end anytime soon. The technical side of things. Think about what we've seen since the end of September. What do we see every time we look at this chart? Better highs and worse lows, folks. That's exactly the framework of a bullish market. Check the altcoin market. I know that's what you came here to talk about, so let's do that. How does the Bitcoin market look right now? As for the everyday, things are finally starting to move. HR is killing it today with gains of almost 6%. Also, check this out. Several altcoins are going up by 10% or more. I understand what you think about XRP. Also, I'm sorry to say this, but XRP has been pretty dull lately. And believe me, saying that sounds weird. I've been keeping an eye on XRP for a long time, and today it's only going up 0.3%. Not very interesting stuff. There is good news though. Ono and Chainlink are ripping like crazy. The score is very high, and this is a great beginning. The main question is this the alternate season? Let's talk about the big problem that nobody wants to talk about. Is it time to call this alt season? No, really, not yet. Come with me and look at the numbers. If you look at the top 100 gainers over the last month, some are up more than 100%. That sounds great, right? But here's the thing. Most gains are still only 10% or less. I know it sounds crazy to say this, but these gains aren't good enough for alt season. Not even close. How alt season really looks. You would understand what I mean if you were here in 2020 and early 2021. That was a different season. Every day they do brutal moves that melt your face off. I mean, gains of 300%, 200%, 100%, or even 50% every day. Like, it's nothing. Now comes the crazy part. It's great that XRP is up 460% so far this year. But during a real alt season, those gains that happen once a year happen every week. That's how crazy the altcoin market gets when it starts to grow. No, we're not there yet. I believe we have a little more to go before we reach that ideal point. The trouble with feelings. Now, I read this post on X from 𝗙𝗶𝗃 that hit the nail on the head. He said, "Ever since April, people have been endlessly pessimistic. Everyone is saying, bro, altcoins are dead. No other season this time, bro. Retail is never coming back, bro." And guys, I've been reading these comments everywhere on X, on YouTube, you name it. People saying there's no alt season coming, the bear market's here, we're done, it's over. We've topped out. What blows my mind is how many of these comments I see, especially about coins like XRP. I mean, come on. XRP is up 460% this year. It's outperformed almost everything in the top 100 except for brand new launches. And it's not just XRP. Look at XLM, look at HAR. These are all up 300 to 400% over the last year.